Welcome everyone to FunCup in Season 3. It is time to get going for another one of the campaigns, which always give a lot of promise at the start of the season, and now it is time for a journey to find out whether it lives up to it. We begin our campaign here at Oulton Park as we enter a new era and a new home of FunCup. Well, this is going to be 10 PM to watch the action first of all, but to find out where they line up for race number 1. And what I can say is, we have got a mixed up grid. We've got lots of new drivers in the mix as well, and lots of new contenders. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it's all going to play out. And we'll run you through some of our drivers as well across the opening race day that we have coming your way, the opening broadcast of this season as well. Oulton Park, a great place. Well, we have had the checkered flag fall at the end of practice. Apologies for the few technical issues, but that's why we've got a bit of practice for you. And we're about to go into the race. So just quickly to explain, as we see some side-by-side action, just quickly to explain format-wise once again, we only have 15 minutes of practice. We no longer have a qualifying, and we decide the grid based on based on a randomized order. So it's going to be randomized the grid, and that's the race that we're about to see as well. Lots of drivers returning, including Weber Nerashto, John Jig, Matt Pryor, George Romington, Mick Junes. So plenty returning, and then you've got some new names that we'll talk you through across the race as well. So we're going to be getting set and ready to race very shortly as well. Oulton Park is our venue for the opening round of this season, and we are partnering up, and it's the new home of FunCup moving forward, the Virtual Racing Institute, and that is basically how we're going to be going forward, because TDM, while it's still linked for now, so while TDM is all still linked it's going to be deleted very soon, so it won't be a permanent home for a long time, which is why the Virtual Racing Institute has taken over. And the Virtual Racing Institute, of course, holds lots of races. The drivers, a lot of them are going to be doing F4, for example, after this as well. So let's see how things are going to play out as we will continue to prepare and get ready for, as I said, a grid that is randomized. It's landed Matt Pryor on pole position, and he'll be leading us away based on the randomizer that we had earlier on, and the drivers found out about the grid. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does off pole position. Well, we are getting all set and ready to go racing for a brand new season of the FunCup, a brand new era about to get underway. Here we go, all 6 lights are on, and the lights go out, and we go racing for a brand new era of FunCup, and a good start off the line from Remishin. He's going to apply the pressure to Matt Pryor down towards turn 1. He's going to take the lead all the way around the outside. That is an incredible start to the season, but can Pryor try fight back? Samuel is off the road, one of our new contenders in the field, as the leading 2 still remain wheel to wheel. So Pryor is going to be trying to hold his line and trying to hang on to this P1 position, and he is going to hang on to the race lead. The top 2 were prepared to go, they were prepared to go wheel to wheel for quite a while, as meanwhile we've had Darren McAllister, who's had a few troubles, and we've had a spin in the middle of the pack, and that is going to be Craven, who's going to be sent around momentarily, and he will continue on. So a disappointing start for him, and it is Pryor half a second ahead of Remishin, then John Jig, then it's Samuel, then it is Jacques in P5, Weber Nirashto, a former champion of this series when it comes to Season 1 in 6th, George Remington is 7th, Mick Junes in 8th, then you have Sandy Burgi in 9th, and Sam Craven, the driver who you just saw spinning round a few moments ago, is running at the, running in 10th. Then you've got Darren McAllister, who've had some of the troubles even before we got going. Look at how close this is between our top 2 as things stand, and Pryor already reviewing those mirrors. Here comes Remishin for an attack then. Let's see whether Remishin can try get by. He's going to be searching for a move. Meanwhile, he's going to be trying to now get the power down on towards the start-finish straight. So we're about to get the top 2 going wheel to wheel at this stage as they go down towards our camera. And it's Pryor hanging on to the place, searching for the outside, searching for the inside. Just no route through at the moment, but that could be one if Pryor is wide. And Matt Pryor is hanging on. Take a look as well. Meanwhile, Sandy Burgi is very much involved in the fighting. So keep an eye on Burgi in our little screen that we've got below his name. Picture in picture, because there's so much racing going on at this stage. Sandy Burgi trying to choose a wider line. It hasn't worked for him. He's gone off the road. Meanwhile, we'll continue the fight at the front of the field. And it's the outside line being looked at. Is there grip there? Is there the speed there? He's just trying to get the better line off the corner. Meanwhile, contact. Mick Junes involved in the scrapping once again, and Sandy Burgi's doing all he can to fight his way by. Meanwhile, they're trying to attack Samuel as well as they go side by side in the middle of the pack. John Jig is trying to attack Jacques. Meanwhile, going all in for the race lead is Remshin at this stage. But Pryor is doing well to hang on. Remember, he is trying to become a winner for, the first time since the Silverstone race that he won in Season 1, Silverstone International. What a great race that was. A drag race to the line that he won that day. And he's had injuries. He's had all sorts of things go wrong since then. But he's trying to hang on for 12 more minutes in our opening race of the campaign. And now we turn our attention over to any driver, basically any driver who could be about to make an overtake. Because in the FunCup, if you've not watched it before, first of all, it's great to have your company. But the drivers very much go on the attack, and it is fun for us to watch. Hence the name, FunCup, which it might be moving to the Virtual Racing Institute now. Still going to be called the FunCup because that purely is what this championship is. It's basically, as we now cut over to the battling once again, so I'll have to get back to that point in a second because Mick Junes is trying to attack Samuel at this stage, one of our new contenders in the field. Mick Junes trying to just set up the line, but if you're trying to do that, then there's a great chance for Sandy Burgi to go on the attack. Let's take a look at the fight for second place in the race. Remgen, that is brave, all the way around the outside. And he was trying to look for a move there as well. So Mick Jones is ahead of Samuel further back. Sandy Burgie's going to get a great opportunity to try and capitalize. We'll continue to focus on our leaders doing battle. So Remgen had a great chance. He sent it towards the outside line. Jack is straight off. So that's going to be the driver who wasn't third. Will take the lead momentarily, but we'll have to slow that one down and give back the position. He's rejoined on the grass. It's a bumpy ride through there, and he's going to lose out third. Through goes Weber Nirashto, who's fighting his way up once again. Here we go. Let's continue the fight for the race lead towards the outside line. Now is going to go Remgen. Is he able to sweep the car in? Who's going to appear in our picture ahead? It is Remgen, who's been trying for a while, but finally he takes the lead. Can Pryor have a response immediately? Back down the inside, and he's going to retake the lead of this one. He'll hit the front of the field. The line will favour him, and they both run out very, very wide. And now there's a chance for Remgen to try and fight back. So many times in Season 2 we had races where it was quite stale, where there wasn't side-by-side racing. But this is basically what Season 1 was all about. This is kind of the racing that we were getting in some of the best races that FunCup has ever seen. For example, that Season 1 international race that I was mentioning at Silverstone. We are getting quite a lot of on-track passing, wheel-to-wheel entertainment. Let's look to some more now. So this is going to be Jacques after his moment earlier, and John Jig is looking for it. Meanwhile, they are scrapping away for the lead as well. So they're going to be battling all the time. Here we go. Back down the outside is Remgen. Will it open the door for Weber Nirashto? Weber Nirashto's got an opportunity in the background. Jacques is going to be hanging on for the moment. John Jig's going to get a great chance to stand on the power. And meanwhile, Remgen is going to lose out to Weber Nirashto, who goes through and into second place. You can see that battle in front of your screen right now. And it's going to be the position still maintained for Remgen, who can't quite get by. Meanwhile, Samuel versus Sam Craven at this stage, and they are also involved in some side-by-side racing. It's bumpy. They're all over the road. Let's go back to the fight for the lead. Here we go. Remgen pulls towards the outside line now. Is he going to have the momentum? Is he going to keep it on the road? No, he's gone straight off in towards the gravel trap, and it will be a bumpy ride for him back on the circuit, and he now is going to find himself in fourth. Could get worse. Fifth, sixth, seventh. It's going to be all the way down the order. Meanwhile, John Jig is in a brilliant battle right now with Sandy Burgee, and that also includes Mick Jones as well at this stage. So Mick Jones has got the place. Oh, he's sliding. Mick Jones is sliding as well all the time, and now there's a great opportunity for Sandy Burgee. Meanwhile, let's continue the scrap for the lead. Welcome to the fight, our champion of Season 1, Weber Nirashto. That is very wide by Matt Pryor, but he's going to hang on to the position. Still 8 minutes of racing to go in this one. Right, regroup, here we go. Nirashto looking for a wider line. Keep an eye on Mick Jones as well, trying to attack Sandy Burgee. So good that we've got picture-in-picture at this stage to show you two battles going on at once. Alongside is Weber, and they've both got the same livery on the car. They're both doing battle at this stage, and it's going to be Weber Nirashto trying to flick the car all the way round, but he can't do it at this stage. So he's not able to fight his way by just yet. But opportunities will be coming his way, basically at any point of the circuit. This is a defensive drive and then some by Mr. Pryor at the front of the field. That will be a compromised line, though, for Pryor. Right, let's go further back. Sandy Burgee, side by side. And he's going to be wheel-to-wheel with Mick Jones. Remgen's going to get a great chance as well to attack. Keep an eye as well in the battle for the lead as well. Weber Nirashto is going to get a great opportunity. Mick Jones is going to be fighting his way through. Remgen's run wide. Remgen has gone out wide, but at the front of the field, inside line for Weber Nirashto. Matt Pryor is hanging on to it, and now joining the party once again is Jacques. And now Jacques got a chance. Look at him going alongside. It's so close in the battle for second place at this stage. Inside line, and will it be the place gained? Is this going to be the chance for Pryor to break away? Jacques trying to go through. Nirashto keeps his foot in, side by side, over the line, and now we will make our way down towards the first turn of this racetrack. And it's going to be Rebel ahead! Jacques finds a way through! He bumps off the road! Rebel is going to rejoin, but he had so much speed off the circuit to a point where he's rejoined ahead, alongside even. And now, Pryor is breaking away. Through goes Rebel hanging on to second place after all of the fighting that you were just seeing. So, 6 minutes to go. On board with the driver in second place. These two, I mean, in my opinion, they shouldn't battle yet. They should focus on closing into Pryor, but they are going to battle. That's very late on the brakes by Jacques. Is Nirashta going to get the foot in? They're going to remain side by side. We've only got 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And this is a fantastic way to start your season. Constant side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel racing. Down towards the outside line goes Jacques. In the white liveried machine, Weber Nirashto's trying to hang on. And he's going to be all over the road. At this stage, power down. Nirashto's got the opportunity. Jacques is going to keep the foot in all the way round. And now, the gap will be about 2 seconds very nearly between themselves and Pryor. And Jacques has got ahead. But Weber Nirashto knows that he's going to immediately get a chance to reply. Is the inside line going to come his way? And when he's thinking about it, at least just keeping the car in there, basically. He's just keeping it within range to have an attack. And he's going to be drawing alongside. Now down the inside. Late on the brakes. Jacques is going to meet him at the apex. And they will come over the start-finish line. Involved in battle once again. Side by side. Jacques is going to hang on, but now Nirashto tucks back behind and is going to get the opportunity. Sandy Burgess joining the party. Mick Jones is joining the party as well. Remember, Sandy Burgess come all the way from the back to be involved in this. He has come all the way from the lower positions to be a factor in this race. That's sliding by Nirashto, and that's going to put him on the back foot. And now there's going to be a big chance for his old rival of Sandy Burgess. One of the great fights. So we've had Remshin go off the road as well in the, well, green liveried machine you can see there. Back to side-by-side racing. That's going to be Sandy Burgess, who was surely trying to have an attack on Weber. Might lose out to Mick Jones in the process. And Mick Jones, you can see, has got the inside line. Not a problem. Sandy Burgess flicks the car in and gets himself back up to forward position, but that's going to be over the grass on the exit of the corner. He'll still get the inside line, but roaring around the outside goes Mick Jones to hang on to the position. As we now take a look as well at Sam Craven, and he's attacking Samuel as well, so they are all involved in a battle. Meanwhile, if you were thinking the fight for the lead is over, it's not the case. The gap is about 0.6 of a second between Pryor and Jacques. So we'll keep an eye on that battle later on in the contest when it begins to heat up. We're going to get a view of it now on board with Jacques. But this is going to be a long-term battle. We've only got 3 minutes to go. And let's see what's going to happen. We're going to cut main screen, however, to Sandy Burgess because he's the likely driver to try and make an overtake. And then you've got Remshin as well. We'll keep an eye on him. Picture in picture at this stage. Jacques has just set the fastest lap of the race. That's how much he's beginning to close in. Oh, my word. Sandy Burgess, a bumpy ride on the exit of the corner. But it's going to have the position. They'll still go side by side. They'll still go wheel to wheel. Meanwhile, Remshin's fighting his way by on John Jig. And we're going to cut very shortly to first and second in the contest because we're 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It is coming alive, and well, you've got Jacques trying to place it on that wider line. Is there a cutback opportunity? They're trying, at least. They are very much trying, and now this could be a great chance for Jacques to make a move. He is going to be sending it towards the outside line. We've seen a few drivers go for this move so far. Pryor is not going to allow it, but he's going to be wide into the corner. So he's going to be going in deep. And now this is about to get very fascinating as we will head uphill. And can Jacques try and stand on the power? Going left, going right. Well, he's going to commit to the left-hand side now. He's going to get the line towards the outside very shortly. He's going to have to be brave at this stage. Pryor has been putting in a defensive drive so far. And the defensive drive is going to continue all the way through this race. Here comes Jacques for another attack. looking for the maneuver, looking to try and claim the race lead. Pryor holding on for dear life at this stage. And, well, Jacques has been able to go all the way around the outside. Bit of contact, keep an eye on Weber Nirashto, who's going to get a great opportunity to blast past them all. Pryor is trying to squeeze him. They're basically very nearly heading to the pit wall. And now, Nirashto has nowhere to go. Pryor, at the moment, is going to have the lead, but into the corner, I don't know whether that will be true. He's going to be wide, and now Nirashto will stand on the power. So, Jack's got a great chance to retake. P1 in the race, can he get the inside line? Going to be critical. He's going to give a bump to Weber Nirashto. Oh no, they collide in the battle for second place. And that is going to be Weber Nirashto off the road. You can see that we're on board with him. Picture in picture at this stage. And it's been a bumpy ride back to 5th position in the order. And Matt Pryor has got P1. And he's trying to bring it home at this stage. And there's only 30 seconds remaining on the clock. And it has come down right to the end in this race. Remember, Pryor will now start on pole position for race 2 if he can hang on through the remaining corners that we have left of this one. The clock will tick down to 0. This is the final tour of an incredible race. And it came down to a last lap contact. That is going to decide things because 2nd and 3rd collided, and now Matt Pryor is just ticking off the corners. He's got to keep it on the road, but he's only got a few more corners and basically a mini back straight to go now. He'll stand on the power. He will get his foot down, and what a moment this is about to be for Pryor. Of course, a driver who won brilliantly at Silverstone International in Season 1. Had injuries, which meant that he couldn't participate in the remainder of that season. Now, he's going to see the checkered flag first. And once again, in the FunCup, Matthew William Pryor wins. He takes the checkered flag. An incredible drive of defensive driving, attacking driving as well. When he lost the lead, Jacques will be in 2nd, and Sandy Burgi goes from last up to 3rd position as we join the mess and the fun as they have concluded race number 1 of the season. Well, there might be some new drivers in this championship. They know exactly what to do. Into the mess goes Samuel. There we go. Oh, superb. Superb racing once again. Oh, come on, guys. Join in the fun. Bit more of a sensible line through there. As Samuel is going to go hit Sandy Burgi. Little tap. Hello. As they meet in the middle. Basically, 2 FunCup cars that are very much getting all set and ready for, well, race number 2 that is coming your way very, very shortly. I've gone into monotone mode. I've gone into golf commentator mode just for the moment because this is the only chance that we're going to get to do that across today as well. We have got a lot of replays for you. We're going to not do them right now. We're going to do them at the end. Now, I assume this race 2 as well, by the way, is going to be... This race 2 is going to add a lot more replays to the list. So we'll have like a whole, I don't know, probably what most championships would call a full season montage. We'll just have that at the end of today. So, yeah, it's going to be quite a lot of fun. Right, 1 minute, 15 seconds until we go racing. So, if you want to get a little bit of water or anything specifically, then that would be a very good idea as well. And I'm going to basically do exactly that as we're a minute away. That is how we drink water, everyone. You've just got to open the lid up, and that's how you do it. So, as you can see, my name is Omi, up here in the commentary box. The producer just shouted, who? Well, if you couldn't tell, you can see my name on screen, so that's absolutely incredible. Well, today has been one of the more wilder races. I know I had a season out, but I did keep an eye on... I did watch back Croft, and I kept an eye on a lot of the other parts of the season. I watched back Croft as a whole because a lot of people said it was quite good. I mean, I watched it back. There was a lot of fighting for second, not much for the lead. Today we absolutely had that. So this will go down as one of the best races in FunCup. Right. That was race 1. Race 2, they start how they finished our season opening contest. All 6 red lights are on. And the lights have gone out, and we go racing with a great start off the line for Matthew William Pryor. He's going to have the advantage down towards turn 1. Sandy Burgi trying to fight his way through. He's going to go into second place, and it's going to be very close as John Jig loses out to Sam Craven. Contact, Weber Nirashto spins in the middle of the circuit. Luckily, everyone was able to take avoiding action, but your top 2 is Matt Pryor trying now to defend from Sandy Burgi as they go wheel to wheel, and on the grass and off the road is going to be Sam Craven. And meanwhile, the leaders going side by side, and they're going to bring Jacques into play as well now, and he's going to be looking for an opportunity once the top 2 go wheel to wheel, and that's going to be Sandy Burgi looking to flick the car on the outside line. He's going to be miles off the road. Can we see Jacques stand on the power? And rejoining the road now is Sandy Burgi, and he's going to find himself just staying ahead for the moment. Right. Okay, oh, that's really, really close. So there's been contact there between McAllister and Sam Craven. Right to the back of the field. Jacques into the lead momentarily. Pryor trying to hang on. He's going to get the inside line. But can Jacques do what he couldn't do earlier? And that's roar around the outside to take P1. Sandy Burgi's got through into second. And for the first time today, Matthew Pryor is not in first or second. He's down to third, and now he's watching the 2 ahead do battle. So, Burgi is going to get the inside line. Jacques trying to go all the way round. Can we see Pryor get involved? He's going onto the grass, 3 wide. Oh my word, he's looking to fight his way past them all. And he's going to get there. He's going to retake the lead of the race. I don't believe it. Well, it's worked out in his favour. Sandy Burgi in second. Jacques went off the road. And Matt Pryor has P1 in the contest. And I do not believe what I've just seen. Bravery at its finest. He got through, he got past, and he was able to get it slowed down as the other 2 went off the road. So, let's check in now with Remshin. Any calmer at this part of the circuit, guys, compared to what we've just seen at the front? Pryor's been given another breakaway lead. I don't think Pryor has got the outright pace, though, if I'm going to be honest. He's not got the outright pace, he's just brilliant with defence. Because so far, he pulled away. He pulled away as well, by the way, in the last race. But then, you know, Jacques closed him in, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Remshin all the way round. Just looking for things at the moment. But sometimes when you look, you might be left vulnerable. And Weber Nirashto, well, it's got quite a lot of cars in front of him. How does he handle this? How does he position it? That was massively over the bumps in the, well, just ahead. Remshin running slightly wide and into the side. Contact made, and that's going to be Weber Nirashto moving his way through. Mick Tunes losing out due to that, as meanwhile it's closed in back for the lead. So it's closed once again at the front of the field, and I did mention the gap can get to 2 seconds, but Matt Pryor does not have the outright pace here today. And that's not me, and that is not me being cruel. It is quite literally reality. He got lucky with the randomized grid, but he's just defending, and he's brilliant with his defense. And you know, that's what we're praising him for today. He definitely does not have the pace, because he's had to do the most defensive driving that we've ever seen in FunCup. But he's executing what he has brilliantly. Remshin sliding out of the final corner. Right, Weber Nirashto trying to retake and gain a place. Well, this battle's going to go on. We'll soon cut to our leaders in a few moments' time, because they're about to go wheel to wheel. For now, we'll enjoy an overtake by Weber Nirashto. Flicks it down the inside, takes the place, as Remshin runs in wide as well. So he's gone in deep. And he's now going to get the chance on board with Jacques then. At this stage, can he try and line something up? To the outside line once again. That is very late on the brakes. Can he turn the car in? Is Bravery going to reward him at this stage? Well, Pryor hangs on to it. But now the lines, well, it'll be different lines moving towards the next turn of the circuit. Right, George Remington still trying to battle with Weber Nirashto. And they're in there side by side, ding-dong at this stage. Meanwhile, our leaders are going for it. Sandy Burgi's involved in the mix. He's trying to get to the inside, and he's looking for the momentum on board with the driver. He's going to try and make another maneuver. And meanwhile, Remshin's battling with George Remington as well at this stage, who is battling with Weber Nirashto, or was battling with Weber Nirashto until Weber's made his breakaway. If these guys continue fighting, then who knows what's going to happen. We've still got 10 minutes of this race to go. as well. Oh, George Remington with, well, we'll talk about that in a few moments' time, but they had a little close moment together. Jacques is back on the back of Matt Pryor. Pryor runs in slightly wide over the curb. Jack's going to get a great chance now to make a maneuver. Oh, he's going to be getting squeezed all the time towards the pit wall. Side by side we go for the lead of the race. And now, welcome to P1, Jacques. But is he going to hold on to it? Pryor has been so brilliant with attacking straight after he loses the lead. Is this going to be another one of those examples? On the outside line, Jacques is going to be running him out wide. Meanwhile, Remshin's got a great chance to overtake George Remington, and he's done it. Remington fights back, and they're going to go side by side. Meanwhile, now, Sandy Burgi is looking to try and end the lead. The leading run for Pryor. He's got around the outside, and he's gone through into second. So now, 2 cars in between Pryor and P1 in the race. Meanwhile, Remshin is out very wide off the corner. George Remington much more later on the brakes at this stage and hangs on to it. This is a superb race. An absolutely incredible FunCup race. And a brilliant way to start off your new season. We had a cracker in race 1. Race 2 is providing much more of the same. And now there's going to be a great chance in a few moments' time for the lead to change hands. Jacques has got it for the moment. Sandy Burgi's going to have to work hard. And he's going to have to go all in. And he is going all in. He is attacking. Pryor is going to be trying to maintain a close distance. And if he can do so, he's going to get a great opportunity to retake the lead of this one. Because it seems like a lot of the leaders that we see and a lot of the drivers doing battle that we see on the circuit can get into contact very, very quickly. The good news for Jacques is that he set the fastest lap. The issue he's got is it wasn't that much quicker than Sandy Burgi because of, you know, how much quicker Sandy Burgi is staying visibly close to him. You don't even need to look at the timing data because of how close it is as well. Well, we are going to take a look at the timing data. There you go. So that's some of the timing information that we are getting. And as you can see, Sandy Burgi getting very much closer. Well, that's over multiple laps. On this lap, lap 5 of the race, are we going to see the move round the outside? Switching from the outside to the inside. Just trying alternative racing lines. Bit of the go-kart line to some degree sometimes the drivers can go for. Brake early at one part. Try get the power down at another. And eventually it can lead to, well, the race advantage and P1 on the road as they make their way through. And, well, this is, it's about 3/10 for the lead right now. But this is some of the calmest racing that we've seen today somehow. And it's still 3/10 only separating the leaders. Literally, at any moment, Sandy Burgi can send it or make a move. And that move can be happening basically at any moment. But this is some of the calmest that we've been able to be today. We were rushing around a little bit in practice. The heat causing a few issues. In race 1, we just didn't get a moment to breathe at all. And then we have got race 2. And then we've got race 2 that is very much ongoing at the moment. Weber Nirashto versus Pryor. It could be a bit of a battle very soon as well. For now, we're going to focus though on Sandy Burgi going on the attack. So Weber Nirashto is going to be very much looking to try and get the power down. Fastest lap of the race for him. Meanwhile, Sandy Burgi is looking for the outside. He's sliding and he's making his way through as well. Okay. 6 minutes to go. Weber Nirashto trying to close in, with 6 seconds being the gap as JT was mentioning. I for some reason read 6 as 0. So it's not going to be a battle for now. It could be a battle right at the end of the race though, because Weber Nirashto's got some good pace, and if these guys do battle, if they lose time, then, you know, it can very much quickly bring Weber Nirashto into play at a rapid rate. Right, deep breath. 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock remaining. Jacques trying to hang on to take victory. Sandy Burgi looking to try and, well, get together. An incredible drive. He started all the way at the back. And when he started all the way at the back, he's kind of done the Lewis Hamilton approach from 2021 Brazil. The only difference is both races are at the same length, and we don't, race 1 wasn't a sprint. But, you know, he started at the back, He used race 1 to gain a lot of positions, and he's basically done the magic in race 2 to try and get himself in the fight, and now he's basically up against Jacques, who is acting as the Max Verstappen in my example as well at the moment, where he's the one who is currently denying him. One driver denying him! Oh my word, out of the final corner! One driver might be denying him, but for how much longer? Because they're going to go side by side. Sandy Burgi roaring through and is on course to take the race lead. Does Jacques get a chance to fight it at this stage? The answer's no, but he gives a little tap. He gives a little tap. Weber Nirashto continues to set some great laps. The gap is now 5 seconds between himself and Pryor. But Jacques is fighting back. He's going towards the outside line now. And this is some fantastic racing. He's going to be wide though. Luckily was able to go. He just avoided the grass and used the extra runoff that you get there. And it's going to be Jacques now pulling ahead with the inside line. Back into the race lead. Switch back enabled for Sandy Burgi, and he's now going to look to try and get involved. A bit of contact there between the pair of them as they met together in the apex, and now we're going to continue fighting. So one line is going to have to be picked for Jacques. Is Sandy Burgi going to go brave? We jump on board with the driver, sending it the long way round to the apex first, and that is going to be a brilliantly executed move from Sandy Burgi. Jacques has to back out of it. He had to try and just keep it on the tarmac and not run into the grass, which Sandy Burgi was doing as well. Matthew Pryor is closing in as well, and he's got a great opportunity. And meanwhile, Weber Nirashto is also trying to close in. He's trying as well to close in. Yeah, he might be a few seconds away, but he's eating into this gap massively. I don't know whether he'll get time to make an impact. It depends how much they battle. Depends how much these drivers do battle. Oh, I think there might have been a mistake even. So yeah, he's made a mistake. Never mind. We're not really going to be seeing him fight too much. So yeah, I've just cursed that one. We're not going to see Weber Nirashto, unfortunately, have an impact unless things go very wild in the remaining 3 minutes that we've got. Sandy Burgi has the lead. Jacques is going to have to try and do something to fight back. That's been the sentence that we repeat for everyone, but it's not over until it's over. Pryor is looking to try and make it a double victory, leaving today. And Pryor is going to be hoping for just a little bit of luck to go his way. Hoping for a little bit of contact between first and second. And if there is, it'll open the door brilliantly for the man who is, well, here we go. Jacques going to get a chance. He's going to sweep the car in this time, but he's going to be wide and straight into the barrier for Jacques. And he was trying to go all in, and that could be the moment that sends Sandy Burgi through to the win. Because Pryor, I don't know if he'll have the pace to fight back. Sandy Burgi's going to have to keep it on the road as well. And, oh my word, Jacques with the error. He was trying to make an outrageous move, but then just sent it straight into the wall. Good thing that we don't have, well, we're not racing in real life, where the cars get damaged in a way, because that would be a red flag. The barriers would be absolutely destroyed. That was the case. Well, even though Pryor may not have all the pace in the world, if he can get something together, he's going to get a great chance. I mean, we thought Sandy Burgi might be safe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Pryor is running at a good pace somehow here today. And I wasn't seeming as confident with our pre-race chat that I was having with him. Oh, and that's wide! Sandy Burgi sliding all over the place. I wasn't sounding the most confident with Pryor's pace, but he's fighting back now. 1 minute to go on the clock. And this is the final lap of the race. Pryor trying to go through, trying to take the lead. He's got the inside line, and he's got himself into P1. But he's going to be massively wide. Here comes Sandy Burgi now for the fight back, and he's retaken P1. So, Burgi's got the advantage. Pryor must respond. Back down the inside, he sends it. Late on the brakes, gets the car in control and is going to take P1. And now wide for Sandy Burgi. So he was over the grass in a big way. And now, it's going to be a defensive drive once again from Pryor. Sandy Burgi, how brave can he be? We've seen him make moves at different parts of the circuit. Switch back, he's going to go through, and he's going to take the lead. Oh my word, he played that to perfection. We haven't seen anyone do something like that today in the battle for the lead. But Pryor might just get a chance to fight back. He's going to get to the inside line, heading down towards the chicane. Oh, they're going to go off the road. They're going to straight line it. What control do they have of the car when they rejoin? Pryor's got the advantage. Jacques is somehow finding himself back in the mix. Pryor is going to go level now with Sandy Burgi. The two doing battle for P1. Pryor has got out of the throttle momentarily and into the lead of the race has gone Sandy Burgee, but is he going to have control? Is he going to be able to hang on to it? We've only got a couple of corners to go here in Oulton Park with the lead not decided. And can Pryor make the maneuver? He's got the traction. Oh my word, he's risking it at the end. Inside line, Pryor takes the lead. But he's wide, massively off the road, and he'll go into third. Jacques will be second, and Sandy Burgee will come across the line to brilliantly win in Oulton Park. He takes the checkered flag in the FunCup, and an incredible race ends with a battle right at the end. Webber Ashton crosses the line in the pit lane in fourth, George Drummington in fifth, and Sandeep Burgee ends as your race winner, leaving Oulton Park in an unbelievable fight for the race win. And that went all the way till the end. So Pryor and Sandy Burgee involved in a titanic brawl. And that has to be one of the best rounds that we've ever had of the FunCup. I mean, Silverstone International was great in Season 1. Croft was great in Season 2. It's going to take something to beat Oulton Park this season, but I think with the field that we've got this season, and some of the new drivers coming in due to this now being run by the Virtual Racing Institute, which, as I said, do other type of racing, so basically there's a lot more drivers, a lot more new names who've been able to come into this and join. With all of that, it is great that we've been able to witness and see quite a lot of battling. And they're doing the donuts, they're having the celebrations. That is remarkable. That is absolutely remarkable as well. Right, okay. And we are going to be, well, just taking a deep breath. Once again, I'm going to show you how you drink water. Just clearing my throat as well after that. Because, well, yeah, FunCup can be quite the assault at times to the voice, and I've just remembered that. Of course, I called Season 1, and let's take a look at some replays. Let's take a look at some replays as well. We're off to Japan, by the way, next time out. So that's going to be a very interesting round 2 at Okayama. Looking forward to seeing some of the battling there. Forget about the battling there, though. Let's just enjoy, relive the scrap, the scrapping, the brawling, the everything that there was in that race. Because quite simply, there was a lot. We're of course going to begin with race 1. We're going to go all the way till the start. And we're going to do our best of taking you through everything. Right, this was side by side. This is when Remgen was leading the race momentarily. Pryor started on pole, of course. Got back into the lead. Keep an eye on Jack. Keep an eye on Webber Nirashto. You can see they're getting very close together. Remgen goes heavily late on the brakes. Sam Craven contact. He hits the back of Remgen. And that's where some of the contact was instigated there. Then we're going to go over and see, with 11 minutes to go of race number 1, some of the battling. So Pryor, Remgen, Jacques, Webber Nirashto, all very close together in this top 4 train. There goes Jacques off the road. Not the only excursion he's had today, of course, as we're going to find out very soon across the rest of the replays. Goes over the grass. When he rejoined, his line was very much compromised. This is then Remgen and his fight back. You could see a lot of battling going on in this race everywhere. This was once again the fight for the lead. Remgen looking to have an attack, and he was wide by miles, and a trip through the gravel trap. Then we found ourselves with Remgen having to rejoin in the midst of, guess where? More battling. He may have escaped the battle for the lead. He got himself involved in some other fights. Right, we welcome to the party Webber Nirashto. The Season 1 champion was involved in a lot of scrapping and was absolutely going for it with Jacques, at this stage, who got back down the inside, gave a nudge, pushed off the road Weber Nirashto, who rejoined with a lot of speed back out on the circuit. This was with 6 minutes to go then on the clock that this battle was going on. Then we found ourselves with more battling, more scrapping for P1. Pryor still had the lead. At this moment, we believe Weber Nirashto could have taken it. We also thought Jacques was still in the mix, and this was the example. 1 minute to go at this stage. Gave a nudge to Pryor, scared us. Then the contact happened between himself and Weber Nirashto. Weber Nirashto was off the road by a country mile, and was off the road for quite a good time. And that was race number 1. Congratulations, Matthew William Pryor, on the win. We went into race number 2, and the drivers moved away from the line in formation. Pryor got a great launch, got a great start. The battling was for second, and that was Sandy Burgee battling with Jacques at this stage. Sam Craven is going to also make a move on John Jig. Contact is going to be made. Weber Nirashto spun round, and that ruined his race. Remshin also involved in that battle. This is Remshin then. He was trying to make some more maneuvers across the contest as well. This is going to be him up against Weber Nirashto. They're also going to be chasing down Mick Jones. So, Mick Jones is the one defending. Remshin pulls to the outside line, was late on the brakes, and then set the car in towards the chicane. Remshin then is going to run in deep and wait for the contact. There we go. Bang. Into the side. Also then getting caught up was George Romington because he hit the side. He was the car who wasn't able to take avoiding action. Right. Then we went into 5 minutes to go. For some reason, it calmed down. I couldn't believe it, that it calmed down. It was actually, it was about 3/10, and somehow we weren't getting a battle. And then, all of a sudden, there was a battle. Sandy Burgee alongside Jacques, and they went wheel to wheel then. And they were fighting their way through. And Sandy Burgee found himself with a lead. Contact here. Weber Nirashto was running at some good pace, but he just was never able to get there and capitalize. We then went with 3 minutes to go. Would there be a mistake from Sandy Burgee was the question. And then your answer was very much coming your way across every single traction zone of the corner. That gave Jacques a chance to fight back. He threw it to the outside line. Later on the brakes, flicked the car in. Would he make the corner was the question. Bonk. Quite literally in towards the barrier for him, unfortunately. And then Sandy Burgee placed the car on the outside line, looked to try and get through. Now, this is just unbelievable. He got the cut back, and he was able to get through. This is the moment where I was jumping up here in the commentary box as well, momentarily, when he did that switchback. You know, in the FunCup, okay, there's a lot of racing. It can get repetitive at times in terms of what drivers go for. There's only some things you can do in these cars. They're not F1 cars. Then they made contact here and straight lined this part of the circuit. Pryor was the leader. I think he backs out of it then a little bit. And gives the advantage to Sandy Burgee. And then this is the moment we're heading to a battle right at the end. So, Sandy Burgee has to pick a line. Matt Pryor has to pick a line. Inside is chosen. He goes late on the brakes. Our camera looks at the trees, waits for the cars to come through. That's the moment we see Matt Pryor run out wide. That's the moment we know that Jacques will be in second, and Sandy Burgee wins race 2 in the FunCup Championship. And that was an unbelievable brawl out there on the circuit, as we mentioned. And the drivers all just enjoying a lot of fun after that. As with FunCup traditions, really. Welcome to the barrier. That was Samuel going straight in towards the wall as well. Okay, we're going to do interviews as So there we go. I took my time trying to get to the new channel that we need to be in. So apologies for the audio cut momentarily, but we are going to be speaking with racing drivers, everyone. How exciting is that? We're going to be speaking with drivers. Yeah. We don't know who. We're going to be speaking with a driver. Or I hope we're going to be speaking with a driver. Oh, goodness me. I hope we're speaking with someone as well, because that would be, I think, a good way to understand what was going on from the racing driver's perspective, I think, as well. I think that'll be absolutely a lot of fun as well. So we'll wait and we'll give it a few minutes and see whether they want to come of their own accord, because with a new server, we don't really have the permissions and everything sorted out like we did in the old Digital Motorclub server. As I mentioned, we're now running under the Virtual Racing Institute. TDM remains a part of it for now, but that will soon be a thing of the past, and that will be deleted as well. I don't think we're going anywhere at the moment. We'll give Sandy Burgee maybe a minute or two to maybe sort out settings if he wants to. But yeah, we'll keep talking and rambling on for a few moments to see whether we're going to get interviews or not, to see whether we can speak with anyone or not as well. But no, lots of great drivers in the mix, and I really like the grid that we've got with FunCup this season. You've got a big mix. Jacques was very much the entertaining one to, I think, see in terms of some of our newcomers, because, you know, we had Matt Pryor, we had Sandy Burgee, Remshin as well. Shout out to him. He was involved in some of the battling as well. So we're gonna show you the championship standings in a few moments' time, but for now, we are going to have a conversation with Matthew William Pryor. Can you hear us, Matt?
Hello, I can hear you.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
I'm good. I did
You're good.
things. I achieved.
Yes, a race winner! A race winner in the championship once again. I mean, me and you were, joking on Instagram. Me and you were joking on Instagram about how I left, you weren't getting any victories, and then once I came back, you may get a chance again. First time I come back, and you win a race.
Yeah, well, you are now contractually obliged to do every FunCup race for the next 40 years.
Oh, okay. So have you just announced that you're going to be racing for 40 years?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go. Official confirmation. All the news outlets, come on. Let's get that noted down. It's time to get some articles written about that. Okay, how was it like basically having a skill issue pace-wise, but having some incredible defensive driving skills today?
It was fun. It was one of those things, that those rare moments where I was on my own. I didn't know how to drive the track without defending. So, yeah. So I didn't actually know my braking points on a normal situation, which is so optimal, if you ask me. But yeah, I defended, and it was actually not too difficult, but it kind of was fun at the same time.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, very, very interesting insight. Race 2 then. I mean, you kind of lost the advantage. And you were in the fight, then come the end, because the top two then would go on to battle a little bit ahead. So, yeah, how was it? How was some of the scrapping on those final laps of race number 2?
It was fun. I think in the hairpin, I locked up really badly.
Yeah.
And then I think it like flat spotted my tire, which is why I pushed Burgee out and then lost it at the final corner. Like it just kept I was just locking really easily.
I see.
But yeah, it's one of those things where once I kind of knew that Burgee would be quicker, so I thought, okay, well I'll let these two fight.
Yep.
And then my plan nearly worked to get second
Nearly.
place. I thought, okay, well, I'll take a second. It's still like a lot better than what I did all of last season. So yeah, and then yeah, but I'll still take a third, you know.
Yeah.
I think am I right in saying that I am championship leader?
You're tied.
Well, we will change this
Oh.
in
Okay.
whatever the next round is.
Okayama.
Okayama.
Interested. Well, are you excited to go to Japan? You know Oulton Park a little bit more, because well, you know how the air quality is and how just everything is.
Yeah,
because
I
you
know the
you
roads
used to,
in.
yeah, you used to live near it. But you're going over to Japan. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I actually am. It's a track I've driven a couple times and
Yeah.
seems to have had fun around, and I'm quite like those like kind of very sort of twisty technical tracks. I tend to be stronger at those, like how Oulton was really. So yeah, I think I should go well there. Touch wood.
Yeah, should go well as well. That's if of course I decide to turn up. If I'm
Yeah,
if Yeah,
you
exactly.
will. Contractually obliged.
Oh, what a shame. Okay, I guess you're going to be stuck with me then, everyone, in a in a week's time as well. Well, also, can I just say, why do we even bother with these interviews? All the drivers just say fun in every single answer. There's no point. We could
But it's
all just say
FunCup.
fun.
You're legally
Yeah.
obliged to have fun.
Yeah, but every driver just says fun all the time. We know that it was fun. Anyway, that's enough from you. I want to go over to Rum and ask him if it was fun.
I am legally contracted to say it was fun. I had fun. I am having fun right now. And Matt
Yeah.
Pryor is my best friend.
Yeah.
And I give him all my money each month because he's really cool.
Yeah.
Universal Credit Racing.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else about Matt Pryor? We like all the insight we can get on him.
He's so rich and handsome and cool.
Yep. Okay.
I'm really tall.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm really, really jacked, you know.
Mm.
Matt Pryor doesn't cry. A single tear from Matt Pryor could cure cancer, but he never cries.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't cry. He does sweat a lot. I was looking at his profile picture the other day on Instagram now.
Yeah, that's the consequence of gym all the time, you know. He's always max
Yeah.
gains.
Yeah.
He always says no pains, no gains.
He just knows.
Lovely. Okay,
Yep.
fantastic. So do you think, well, I'm going to ask you now more questions about Matt. Do you think that's why he was somewhat good today with defense?
I couldn't tell you, but Matt Pryor is really good at defense. He is the best
really nice.
defender.
Yeah,
He defends well.
brilliant. Matt, anything to add to those? Did he miss anything about you?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest that it's a pretty mid review from Rum.
Oh,
I feel whelmed.
Matt Pryor is so cool.
incredible. Well, hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's enough. Also, I want to bring in another driver that we've got here. Remjin is in the voice chat. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Are you forced to say anything about Matt, or can we actually talk about your race instead?
My lawyers advise me to say this is a handsome fella.
Yep. Brilliant. Incredible. Anything about his drive? You were battling with him, so do you have anything to say about his driving skills?
Very great defending. That's all I can really say.
Wow. Okay.
Until I messed
yeah.
up really bad.
Okay. Well, how was your race then? We're gonna have to ignore Matt Pryor for a second. How was your race from your perspective?
Well, it was rather fun. I had fun. It's FunCup.
Very fun.
It did go wide and lost all of my positions basically.
Yep.
During race 2, I think I killed a couple of people.
Wow.
But that's really it.
Okay. I'd say you had quite a lot going on as well. Well, Matt Pryor, do you have any comments on Rum or Remjin? Because I think they've spoken a lot about you. Do you have anything to say about them?
Yeah, my DMs are open.
Okay.
That's
Thank
all
you.
I want to say.
Matt Pryor's really cool.
He's a very cool person.
Incredible.
My DMs are open and my Tinder is dry.
Absolutely. We're about to run you through the standings as well. Pryor, well, technically Pryor's put in first place, but he's level with Sandy Fuji at the moment. Both on 48 points. Okay, well, JT told me to hold on as well, so something might be about to change. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna talk through them. Right, okay, first and second are provisional for the moment. Then you've got Jacques in third position, Weber Nirashko, season 1 champion, in fourth, Mick Tunes in fifth, and then Remjin in sixth, Rumington seventh, John Jig in eighth, and then we had Sam Craven, went round a few times today in ninth, McAllister in 10th and Samuel in 11th. Everyone scored points. 10 points on the board for our bottom two in the standings as well. And well, we've got an update to the standings. First, Matt Pryor and Sandy Burgi. We don't have a second place. We don't need it in the FunCup, it seems. We don't have second place in the championship. Two drivers will share the trophy equally. Pryor, are you happy to share the trophy with Burgi, or is there any other driver you'd like to pick for that?
As I am more northern than Burgi, I should be higher than Burgi.
Oh,
Just
okay.
I think that's just facts.
Incredible.
So I wish to be put on top of the standings.
I mean, still, if I look at the standings, even though you've both got number 1, well, now Burgi's back to number 2. After you've said that comment. So yeah, your name is still read out first. Whether you've both got 1 next to your name or whether you are the only one with 1. So
I've heard rumours Burgi might be getting a 1-point penalty.
Oh, incredible!
By order of the FunCup gods, for being from near Luton.
I see. Fair enough.
So
Perfect. Yeah. Incredible. Well, I think that's going to bring interviews to a close. I just want to quickly say a few things, though. We weren't joined by someone who always likes to speak to us, Webinar Ashton. Very disappointed by that as well. But I won't say too many bad things because we both like Alex Jakes, and he uploaded the video on YouTube of This Is Why We Love Alex Jakes. So I'm not going to comment any further. Webinar Ashton is the absolute GOAT. Okay, I think we are ready to wrap it up and get all set and ready for Japan. Practice is already open at Okayama. JT will be in a new setup as well in a week's time. So how FunCup looks from his side today. I actually want him to take an image after we're done of how it looks, and then we'll see how it looks next week when he produces FunCup as well. Apparently he's going to take an image right now, so I'm just gonna pose for an image. I don't know how to do that. Any advice, Pryor? Bit too late for that now. Never mind.
I wasn't really listening.
Not listening, not consuming my work. Incredible. Wow, that is shocking. Anyway, okay. Well, for that reason, I'm just going to go off air because I'm now very upset as well. So, what a race it's been. So, after all of that, after a crazy FunCup round, we are ready to close out the broadcast. We'll be over racing in Japan next time out at the Okayama Grand Prix. It is going to be quite a lot of fun. Lots of straights, lots of battling corners. You've got really plenty of overtaking opportunities. Looking forward to seeing what's going to happen there. But for myself, a one-time scorer in the FunCup Championship, it has been great to have your company, and we will see you next time out when we go racing in Japan. Goodbye.
Matt Pryor's really cool.